Okay, so this is kind of a weird place for me to make a video. Just because it was raining on the other side of town, I was thinking on places on the opposite side I could go to that wouldn't be raining, and I could just go ahead and get the video done for the day. And I remembered this spot. I figured there wouldn't be anyone out here since it's raining, and it's beautiful sunny skies over here. I'm not too sure what I want to talk about today, because I do have a story or two I could tell, but I'm kind of thinking I was wanting to just pick a topic and see what I could get out of it, because it's hard for me to think really unless I'm writing things down, or it's just something I'm doing. Like if I'm doing something, then it's easy for me to think about. Then I'll be thinking of other ways I could do it, things like that. But I guess I could talk about minimum wage. Thought about it. So it's like with minimum wage, if you're living by yourself, between rent, car insurance, electricity, Wi-Fi, your phone bill, God forbid you have a fucking car payment, you'd be screwed. You wouldn't be able to make it. And it's like the minimum wage is just to survive. You can purely survive. You can eat, pay your bills. Basically it. You aren't going to be able to save any type of money because something's going to happen. So you're going to have to get new tires for your car, or whatever the case may be. Like, you're going to have to spend that money that you do get to save on something. So it's like, okay, you have to get a better paying job than minimum wage. But a lot of times the minimum wage job is all that is available, unless you're able to move, which you aren't able to really move because you're stuck in making such a small amount. It's got to be really hard. You have to have a second job, is what it is. If you want to make it out of the situation you're in, you have to work 2 jobs. And then it's just 2 jobs at minimum wage. You still aren't saving very much whatsoever, especially if you have something that you're having to spend extra money on. So like, I don't know, something goes wrong in the house, you have to get a new faucet, or whatever it would be. Like, you're gonna have to spend money there, so it's cutting down on your savings. But with the second job, I guess you can save a decent amount of money and move to a new place, get a better job opportunity. It's like there is better jobs around here for me that pays more than minimum wage. Mine already does pay more, and it's really comfortable, especially the spot I'm at. When I was living in my apartment paying my own bills, like, I had a roommate, so the roommate helped me out a lot, and I could save like half of what I'm making. But if I didn't have that roommate, then it's really pinching. It's like, ideally it would be best to live with some roommates for a couple years here just to get started, and everybody would be able to save more money and whatnot. It's really like the ideal situation. I just don't really want to be here much longer than I have to be. I want to go experience life in a different area. As much as I love where I'm from, I love it to death here. I've seen other places. I've seen plenty of other places, and I would really want to try living somewhere like that. It's like, I'm still really young. I don't have to have my ideal dream career, like whatever I can do making money. Seeing another place and what it all has to offer is just gonna make my life a lot better. Like, to be able to experience new things and new people, new views. It's another really cool thing just to see where different people have came from and what all they've had to experience growing up. Like, your experience is going to differ with someone else's almost all the time. Of course, you can find someone who has a really similar experience, and y'all probably are good friends and relate right off the bat, just cause you went through a lot of the same things. So it's not like you're the same person, but in a way you almost are, because of everything you went through. It's so similar. It's like it's just almost like I don't know. Like that's just my thinking of like having a friend who's went through a lot of the same things you have. It's like it's almost just like I see myself in them. That's how it is. It's like I look at them as myself way more than I would anyone else. Because like once you have someone who has had all these type of different experiences that you can't relate to, you can't see yourself in them for the most part. Like it's just different. And I had something else I wanted to say that your family and friends really do make you who you are, because it just, even if they aren't a big influence on you, they're still there, in the sense that they're around you all the time, so you're going to be more like them and they're going to be more like you. Like y'all are just basically like sharing whatever's going on in your thoughts and experiences and ideas, to where it becomes a part of you. So like that person is you through your friendship or whatever that you have. I don't know. It's just I had no clue where I was going with this at all. I just ended up here. But like for my grandma, for example, like whenever I would move away or anything, like when I'm away from her and I start to miss her, it's gonna be like I'm not gonna miss her to where I'm just thinking about my grandma all day. At least not in my mind. That's not how I see myself doing it. I see things happening or something going on that really reminds me of my grandma, and I'm like, my grandma would do this, she would have done that, this is how she would think. That's the way I really think it would go. And it's kind of the same for people who's around you a lot. Like once they go away, you kind of think the same concept. It's the same concept for the most part, from what I've experienced. Because after high school, like, you don't stay in touch with a lot of your friends anymore. Y'all go your separate ways. You do your own things. Like, there's so much to do in life, and you're so busy, whatever the case may be. It's like, you definitely miss your friends. I don't really miss my family too much because they come around here and there. When I was in college, I don't think I missed anyone. It's just because you get placed somewhere and there's so much else to focus on, you aren't about to just miss anyone. It's how it is for me. Of course, you could be like a real mama's boy, or like really did everything throughout your life with your dad, and you're gonna miss them whenever you do go somewhere else away that you can't spend time like you normally would have. For me, I just feel like I'm much more independent. Like, I would find something else to occupy my mind before I miss someone. And then again, I say that, and it's like, I have missed people where I can't get them off my mind. Like, actually, recently, in the past year, like, there was someone who I just, no matter what it was, like, I would just think about this person randomly all throughout the day. All throughout the day, no matter what, like, and it would just make me sad at the point where it's like I can't do anything about it. Sure, I miss the person. I could try to start talking to them again, but I don't want to do that. Whatever, I'm cool with where things left off. So someone just pulled up. And it's like, I just miss that person all the time for like 2 or 3 months. And then finally the person left my mind. And just same old thing. If I do think about them, it's really not much anything at all.